Across all of Five Nights at Freddy's different media, we're shown a variety of unique worlds/realms. And believe it or not, but a lot of these realms are actually interconnected. In this video, I want to go through the different realms of FNaF, and show how each one connects to one another. So without further ado, let's begin. To help us explore these different realms, I've created this, a diagram showing the realms and their connections. The squares are actual realms, whereas the circles are either things that influence the realms, or are metaphorical planes of existence connected to the realms. Although, to be fair, it doesn't really matter which is which. There's a lot here, so let's just take this one at a time, starting with the top left corner. Our real world and FNaF's real world are both connected through FNaF World. Our real world connections come from all the Scott Cawthon characters, and FNaF's real world connections come from Glitchbear saying that the flip side is the world beneath the surface world. I know some people don't think FNaF World is canon due to all the meta elements that connect it to our real world, but I personally don't see that as an issue. You could also argue that our real world and FNaF's real world should be directly connected due to Scott Cawthon, as he's the one who created FNaF's real world, but I think that's a little too meta for what I was trying to convey here. Moving on, FNaF World / the flip side is obviously connected to Old Man Consequence's pond, since we have to travel 4 glitches down from the flip side to get there. Ultimate Custom Night, which is just a nightmare inside of William Afton's mind, is also connected to the flip side and OMC's pond. Easter eggs of Tangle, Bounce Pot, and the White Rabbit can appear on your desk randomly, and obviously Dee Dee and Old Man Consequences are characters in the game. Then, in the Old Man Consequences ending of Ultimate Custom Night, we can hear Afton's cries for help, seemingly forming a connection between the two realms. Now, if you're wondering the lore reason why UCN has these connections to FNaF World, it's most likely because FNaF World takes place at the same time as Ultimate Custom Night, since getting the OMC ending in Ultimate Custom Night grants you the OMC ending trophy in FNaF World. I remember reading somewhere that that's just because Scott reused the same code from FNaF World when making UCN, but I don't know. He never removed it, so it's probably still fair game. Old Man Consequence's pond is connected to Happiest Day, due to the Happiest Day ending in FNaF World, as well as Cassidy entering the pond and seemingly joining the others in Happiest Day, where they all get put to rest. Finally, for Ultimate Custom Night, its connection to the Dreamscape is directly explained in The Man in Room 1280, as well as hinted at by some of the voice lines in the game.
Nightmare is just beginning. This is a nightmare that you won't wake from.
Going back to FNaF's real world, we're seeing a lot in the modern era how interconnected it really is to the virtual world through VR and AR technologies. Many Tales from the Pizzaplex stories, such as Drowning and Under Construction, involve characters getting trapped within the virtual worlds that are connected to certain VR attractions. Heck, in Tiger Rock, Kai ends up trapped in a virtual recreation of the real world, and he doesn't even realize it until he begins noticing glitches in the system, like an out-of-place staircase in his school, or objects that have Tiger Rock's eye colors. Then there's the Vanny Mask from Ruin, which allows the wearer to seamlessly travel between the real world and the virtual world. Finally, I included the Princess Quest arcade cabinets here due to them seemingly acting as a gateway to the realm of Princess Quest. But it's not just FNaF's real world where you can enter Princess Quest, but also from within the virtual world. In Help Wanted's mobile port, you can access Princess Quest, making it a game within a game. We know the mobile port is an actual in-universe game as well, thanks to one of Security Breach's duffel bag messages. And of course, the biggest example of accessing Princess Quest via the virtual world comes from Help Wanted 2, where Cassie's dad can play the Princess Quest 4 arcade cabinet from within the virtual world and enter the realm of Princess Quest with help from Princess. This connection between the virtual world and Princess Quest also goes both ways, as at the end of Princess Quest 2, we go from the realm of Princess Quest to the Freddy Fazbear virtual experience where Glitchtrap is. The realm of Princess Quest 4 to be exact, seems to have some sort of tie to memories, as the memory dolls are found there with their respective graves. And Cassie's dad's Bonnie mask is also there, which he says looks familiar, and even the achievement is called Lost Luggage, since he most likely used to be the Bonnie bully from FNaF 4 and owned the mask at some point. Hopping over to the movie universe for a bit, where we see that FNaF's real world can connect you to the dream world, obviously through dreaming and sleeping. But it goes deeper than just sleeping. You can also interact with your dreams as if they're real life. In the first movie, the Foxy Spirit scratches Mike with his hook, and when Mike wakes up, that damage is on his arm in the real world, meaning that whatever happens to you in the dream world carries over to the real world. Somehow. Don't ask me how that makes sense. Maybe, like, the actual Foxy animatronic scratched Mike when he was sleeping, and not the spirit, but I don't know. I don't know why he wouldn't just outright kill Mike, This also probably means that in FNaF 4's gameplay, if Michael died within his nightmares, he would have died IRL, so that's pretty cool. It seems like the only way to enter this state of awareness within your dream is by fully immersing yourself into it, through the use of objects or scenery details. For Mike, it's the Nebraska poster. For Vanessa, it's objects she received from her father during her childhood. For this reason, the dreamscape obviously connects to memories, since Mike's dream is the memory of the day Garrett was taken. Moondrop's dream sphere from Tales from the Pizzaplex also shows the connection between dreams and memories, as over the course of the story, Sam's memories influence what he sees in the dream world. FNaF's real world also connects to Agony Realms, which can be accessed by sinking into the heavily agony-infested ball pit in Jeff's Pizza. These Agony Realms are made from memories, such as the memory of June 26, 1985, and the memories of Eleanor's victims. Some more evidence for the Agony Realms being made from memories, in case that wasn't obvious enough, come from the Yellow Rabbit, who is an agony creature. Some of his voice lines in the Into the Pit game seem a little too specific for them not to come from some memory version of William Afton and or Andrew. Agony Realms, or at least the memory of June 1985, have a direct connection to the virtual world as well. In Return to the Pit's secret ending, while within the 1985 Freddy's, Oswald can play the 8-bit escape arcade cabinet. When he does so, he actually gets sucked into the game, with his surroundings and even himself changing to fit the 8-bit style. Even the rules of the game get applied to him, as if he dies, he can just respawn and try again. And somehow, Oswald making changes to the timeline in the virtual world, like saving the MCI victims from being killed, creates changes in FNaF's real-world timeline, like William Afton getting caught and arrested before he can kill the kids, strengthening the connection between these three realms. Memories play a key role in giving a spirit their happiest day. The FNaF 3 minigames we play to set up Happiest Day seem to be inspired by details the bite victim saw the week before he got bit. In Fazbear Frights, Jake sends Andrew into the afterlife via one of his happy memories with his father, and the twisted agony memories of Eleanor's victims inside the ball pit are put to rest once Jake alters the memories to make them happy, potentially giving the spirits inside their happiest days. Although it's left ambiguous, like it just mentions the balls turning transparent and you can see the happy memories inside. We don't know if the spirits move on. It's really left to interpretation. It can go one way or the other. I like to think that they moved on, especially since, going back to FNaF 3, it seems like altering a sad memory into a happy one is what allows a spirit to move on. So yeah, I do think the spirits moved on, even if it is left vague for some reason. The Spirit Realm is the last realm connected to FNaF's real world, and it's pretty much just the real world, with all the same locations and people, but with ghosts. In Alone Together and Coming Home, Travis and Susie think they're interacting with the real world, but in fact they're ghosts within the spirit realm. Now, despite technically being on a different plane of existence, ghosts are able to physically interact with FNaF's real world. In Alone Together, Travis can interact with Marissa, a gifted person who can see ghosts, and in Coming Home, Susie can draw pictures, which is how she communicates with her sister Samantha. We learned from Coming Home that ghosts can stay in the real world, aka the spirit realm, if they have unfinished business. In Travis's grandmother's case, in Alone Together, it's so she can guide Travis to finding his body. In Coming Home, it's Susie needing to find her doll. Now, normally only ghosts can enter the spirit realm, but in the fourth closet, Carlton gets injected with Remnant from the Missing Children incident victims, and he's transported to the spirit realm with them. This would have killed him, if not for Michael Brooks giving him a piece of his soul to keep him alive. I wonder if the same thing could have happened to Mike in Sister Location. After all, Baby seems pretty confident that he won't die. The spirit realm also seems to be connected to the virtual world, as the wet floor bots we deactivate in Ruin are called Caution Bot Souls, and since we can only deactivate them when we're in the virtual world, it seems like that's another way to access that realm, with the Vanny Mask. I also included the FNaF 3 minigames here, since the MCI victims' spirits are present in the minigames, and we have to give them cake to help them move on in Happiest Day. The spirit realm is obviously connected to the afterlife. We see the MCI kids move on to what looks like heaven in the fourth closet. And last but not least, the afterlife is connected to Happiest Day, as the good ending of FNaF 3 shows that the lights in the animatronic's eyes have gone out, signifying the spirits moving on, presumably to heaven as well. And there we go. Those are all the connections I made with all of FNaF's realms. I might be missing some stuff, especially from the books, but I think I covered mostly everything. Let me know what you guys think of this diagram in the comments below. It's certainly something I'm very proud of, even if it doesn't really mean that much for the lore. It's still cool world building to see how the universe of FNaF works across different mediums and games. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see see you in the next video. Peace.